finally filmed a video for you guys of how to make my lentil stew that a lot of you have been asking about. Yes, we actually filmed it and it was really fun. I haven't done a recipe video before, but we push in our comfort zone, we try new things, and we having a good time with it. Spreading that plant-based cooking message, it's not that hard. You'll be a chef in no time if you follow my skills, because I'm definitely not that great at this. But you're gonna watch anyways, and you're gonna try it out, and it's gonna be fun. Hey guys, today I'm gonna be showing you my favorite long-awaited recipe for my one-pot lentil stew. I've been making it every couple weeks now for over a year, and I've got a lot of questions about it as I put it on my story quite often. So yeah, we'll get right into that. So all we're really gonna need for main ingredients here is the 2 peppers, red, green, yellow, whatever color. I usually like to get different colors, but those are just the ones that were most convenient to grab. And then 1 onion, just a small one, red onion, white onion, whatever. And a whole bag of lentils, green, red, whatever color, all taste the same. And also 2 tomatoes that my dad is just gonna pick up. And yeah, that's literally all the vegetables that I use. Super simple, super quick, not a lot of chopping. And then for spices, the mandatory ones here are just some curry powder because it's a curry, some cumin because cumin is the taco-y spice that tastes very good, some chili powder because curry and chili powder are both super duper tasty spices, and basil because who doesn't love basil? And then the optional ones that are super duper tasty are just adding some extra garlic powder and onion powder, but we don't need to because we already have the onion here, and I'm also going to chop up some garlic. And then if you'd like, you can add a tablespoon or 2 of curry paste. This is a red curry paste, and that adds a ton of flavor. Then over here, I go crazy and I just add all of these spices as well. It's completely optional. I don't think this changes the flavor that much. It's literally just for health benefits because of ginger being super anti-inflammatory and good for your gut. Same with turmeric. And then some thyme, just a really nice flavor, and oregano, as well as ground sage. Red pepper if you like things spicy, with little chili flakes. And a poultry seasoning, which doesn't have chicken in it, obviously, but kind of tastes like a chicken soup, and it's just thyme and black pepper and things that are already in here, but it's a good spice. That's all the ingredients. Most are optional, and the exact recipe will be in the description to make it a lot easier to follow. So we're just going to start by rinsing a whole bag of these lentils. This helps to get off any of the dirty stuff, and they will digest much nicer and not cause any bloating or gas or anything like that you get from lots of also the fiber and greens, but you know. Once rinsed, we just add 4 cups of water to the stew. I usually use warm water because then it doesn't take as long to heat, and I'm all about speedy process. You could also soak these lentils for a little longer before cooking them, and then they'll cook even faster, but I didn't get to that this morning. Then as we bring the lentils to a boil and stir occasionally, they'll take up to an hour, so we just start working on chopping the onion over here with some of these, or one of these nice knives here, which is going to be sharp and gonna save a whole lot of time. And some garlic, which you could finely chop, but I find that annoying and pretty hard to do. So I use a garlic press here, and that saves a lot of time, and also it doesn't get you stuck with little chunks of garlic. All blends nicely. Little side note over here, I have just some broccoli cooking and some quinoa underneath. It's super helpful to have a steamer like this because all the nutrients that get lost in the broccoli when you cook it falls into the quinoa or rice or whatever you're cooking below, and it's always good to have some sort of grain with your meals, so yeah. And here I'm just heating about a cup of water to cook the onion in. You can use a couple tablespoons of oil, but this works for me. I just add a little bit of water if needed, and they golden up perfectly fine. This is the best we can do with setup for the camera. It's on some spices and some dog food treats. Show you some fine chopping skills. I definitely don't know what I'm doing here, but you don't have to be a chef to cook for yourself. It's good to practice, and if you go vegan, you will learn how to chop vegetables a lot better over time. I am still not a pro, but I'm quicker at it, and I enjoy it, so nothing else matters, hey? Now that that's all chopped up, finely ground, just throw it in that pot. And right away, we're gonna add a teaspoon of the curry paste if you have it, because that will let out all the flavors very beautifully. Just embrace the fact that I did my mascara and just onion cry, onion tears. It's worth it. Onions make things taste the best, even though it sometimes hurts. It's funny how you add onions and garlic to recipes first, even though they're like the grossest ingredients, then it makes something beautiful. So if you ever doubt yourself, just know if there's something awful right now, it gets better. It makes something very delicious. And then while that's simmering, we're just gonna chop up the peppers. Trick here is cutting around the stem at the top and then cutting a little bit out of that little bottom piece, and then it should pop out super nicely. Okay, a little bit of work, but come out, and then you get all the seeds out, and that way you don't have to pick around at all the seeds. And we're just halving it, getting a flat surface so that we could make the strips. Turn it on the side that's gonna be less slippery, and then dice going this way. Wow. Now while all that simmers, I just added 2 more cups of water before we add all the spices so that it can all simmer together and the water will evaporate. And I'm also going to be adding 2 tomatoes to this once my dad brings them over, bless his soul. What? I actually found a good angle in my house to film food. Wow, we've got lots of recipes coming your way. Okay, for spices, it's simply a full tablespoon of chili powder, full tablespoon of the curry powder, full tablespoon again of the basil, actually 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of basil. Unless you hate basil for some reason, then opt for 1 or none. And then a full tablespoon of the cumin as well. Actually 2, if you really like cumin, but 1 is fine. And then I'm going to be adding some of the garlic powder and onion powder for some extra flavor, because we all know those things add lots. And that's just a couple shakes, but that's completely optional. I forgot to add the black pepper, which helps with the absorption of the turmeric, the curcumin, blah blah blah, whatever is in there that is good for you. It needs to be absorbed with the phyto something in the pepper. And then I also add quite a bit, or like at least 2 tablespoons of soy sauce or tamari, which is a gluten-free soy sauce. And that helps to add some sodium and make it all taste super good. But I also always add sea salt to my dinners, and yeah, so I didn't add the salt in here, but you can add that if you like, or you can just add it after. And then this is when I go crazy and just add a ton of all the other spices. Not really measured. I guess I could measure it today, but I literally just throw it in. So like oregano and just a bunch of spices because they offer a lot of health benefits and like added iron and little things and like trace minerals that are super good for us. And it's just essential for like any sort of whole foods cooking because it adds so much flavor. And yeah. So just adding a bunch of other spices that I showed in the beginning. Some sage. Some poultry seasoning is actually really, really good because it's kind of what tastes the taste of like a homemade stew. And since we're not adding, or I didn't add the coconut milk today, it's a pretty light type of meal. It's not creamy. So to have that homemade stew type feel to it is pretty good. If you added the coconut cream, I would probably suggest just sticking with like the typical curry spices. And I always add a ton of turmeric because I ain't gonna buy turmeric supplements. I'm gonna put it in this stew and disguise the flavor of it. And I add a couple tablespoons because I don't feel like making a turmeric latte every day. This stew is convenient and packed with lots of power, as well as this ginger and some thyme because we all want more time, don't we? But seriously, this recipe doesn't take long at all. Like, it takes just a long time for the beans and everything to cook, but it's super simple. I always have lots of time in between. And actually, it's 7 o'clock now, so I need to post to YouTube and post to Instagram the things that I have prepared. So, quick post break, probably grab my cat and wait about 20 minutes until everything's simmered. And before I do that, I should probably add this full pot of perfectly cooked lentils to the stew. As you can see, they're well done. You could drain them, but there's a lot of nutrients in the broth or the aqua fiber of beans. So just adding it all in there will add extra nutrients, and we already rinsed them in the beginning, so it's not like there's anything harmful in there. So yeah, put all that in there. As you can see, it's literally overflowing, but it's not that bad. It's not spilling over, and it's always at this height, so we know we're doing something consistently. Yes! So yeah, just let it simmer now. I'll usually put it in the fridge and it lasts a week or two. You could just shut it off completely now, and as it cools down, it'll keep simmering and cooking, and then it's best if it's a little bit cooled before we put it in the fridge. Otherwise, if there's that really drastic temperature change, it can harness some harmful bacteria. So we don't want to do that to ourselves, we don't want to do that to our gut. So let it cool down, have some when it's at a good temperature, put the rest in the fridge, put some in the freezer if you don't feel like you're gonna eat it right away. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you try out this stew yourself. Tell me how you like it, tag me in your Instagram story. Anything like that would be much appreciated. And I'll see you in my next video. We got cozy. We going in for the taste test, making sure this tastes similar to the stew I usually make. So, grand reveal. Let me burn myself here. Yep, tastes pretty similar, even though I often don't measure things very perfectly when it comes to spices, especially, but it's really good. And yeah, definitely recommend adding some sea salt or whatever you like, maybe some hot sauce to spice it up. Otherwise, it's perfect, super good, and yeah, hope you enjoy. The only downfall to this masterpiece is this mess. But you know what? It's not that hard. It's worth it. And these meals are gonna be ready all week, so we set.